Introduction. Make English part of your life. Welcome to Fluent Forever. Build an English environment anywhere. If you're listening to this, you probably have one big goal. You want to speak English fluently. Maybe you've already studied for years. Maybe you know a lot of grammar rules. You've memorized vocabulary lists. You've passed exams. But still, when it's time to speak, your mind goes blank. Or maybe you can understand English when reading or listening, but speaking feels hard. You translate in your head. You freeze when someone talks too fast. You hesitate, afraid of making mistakes. If this sounds like you, don't worry. You are not alone. This is the experience of millions of English learners all over the world. And here's the truth. The problem is not you. The problem is your environment. What is an English environment? Let's begin by understanding what this means. When you were a baby, you didn't learn your native language by studying. You didn't take grammar classes or use flashcards. You learned to speak because you were surrounded by language. You heard it from your parents. You watched people use it. You copied the sounds. You made mistakes. You were corrected. Little by little, your brain absorbed the language naturally through your environment. That's how humans are designed to learn language, not by memorizing, but by immersing. This is the secret that most English learners never realize. To speak fluently, you don't need to move to America or the UK. You don't need expensive teachers or complicated lessons. You need to build your own English environment wherever you are. You can do this in your room, your phone, your daily life. You can create an invisible world where English surrounds you, even if no one else around you speaks it. And once you do that, your progress will be unstoppable. Why traditional learning fails. Let's talk about traditional language learning. Many schools focus on grammar rules, textbook exercises, and test preparation. You might get good grades. You might pass your TOEFL or IELTS. But can you have a real conversation? Can you listen to a movie and follow the dialogue? Can you express your thoughts quickly without translating? Most learners can't. Why? Because those methods train your brain to study English, not to use English. There's a big difference between knowing a language and living it. If English is just something you study for 1 hour a day, you'll always feel like an outsider. But if English becomes part of your everyday life, it starts to feel natural. You stop translating. You start thinking in English. You start speaking automatically. And that's the goal. You don't need to move abroad. Many people believe that to become fluent, you must live in an English-speaking country. But here's something powerful. Your brain doesn't know where you live. It only knows what it sees, hears, and uses. If your phone is in English, your social media is in English, your books and music are in English, then your brain starts to believe, this is the language I need. I hear it all the time. I must learn it. That's how immersion works. And with modern technology, you can bring English into every corner of your life. Even if you're in Vietnam, Brazil, Turkey, or anywhere else in the world, you can build an English island around you. And that island becomes your home for fluency. You're not too old or too busy. Maybe you're thinking, but I'm too old. I'm not good at languages. I don't have time. Let's break that myth. Children learn languages easily. Yes, but not because they're young. It's because they spend hours a day listening and using the language. If you give your brain the same experience, even just 30 minutes a day, you'll be amazed at what it can do. And you don't need to be perfect. You just need to be consistent. Even if you're a busy adult, you can listen to English while cooking. Read a short paragraph before bed. Think in English while walking. These small daily habits change everything. Think of English like a lifestyle. Learning English is not just a subject. It's a lifestyle. It's in the music you hear, the shows you watch, the way you think. And the best part? You don't have to force it. You don't have to stress over grammar rules or difficult textbooks. You can make English feel fun, natural, and even relaxing. This audiobook will show you how. Each chapter will give you practical strategies to build your English environment, step by step. You'll learn how to train your ears with English listening. Change your phone and digital life into a learning tool. Talk to yourself and think in English. Connect with others online, even if you're shy. Turn your room into an English-rich space. And most importantly, how to stay motivated, even on hard days. A journey you can start today. You don't have to wait. You don't need more grammar books. You don't need to be ready. You can start building your English world today. Right now, even just listening to this audiobook is already part of your new environment. That's the magic of immersion. With each step, you'll feel more confident, more connected to English, and eventually, you'll speak without fear. Because fluency isn't about being perfect. It's about being free, to express yourself in another language. You are capable of fluency. I want you to believe something. Right here, right now, you are capable of fluency. No matter where you come from. No matter how many times you failed before. No matter how long you've been stuck. If you can create an English environment around you and live inside it every day, you will improve faster than you ever thought possible. Not because of talent, not because of luck, but because your brain is learning the way it was designed to, through immersion, through use, through real connection. And that's what Fluent Forever is all about. So are you ready? Are you ready to stop feeling stuck and start living in English? Then let's begin your journey. Welcome to Fluent Forever. Build an English environment anywhere. Let's create a world where English isn't just something you study. It's something you live. Chapter 1. Why environment matters more than talent. Introduction. Have you ever looked at someone who speaks English fluently and thought, wow, they must be so talented? Or maybe you said to yourself, I wish I had their brain. I'm just not good at languages. If that's you, stop right there. Because this chapter will show you a truth that changes everything. Fluency is not about talent. It's about environment. That's right. Most people believe language learning is a gift, something you're born with. But science and real-life experience says the opposite. The secret to learning English quickly and naturally is not about being smart. It's about creating the right environment around you. In this chapter, we'll explore why talent is overrated, how your environment controls your success, what you can do to build a fluency-rich life. Starting today, let's begin by looking at the idea of talent, the myth of talent. Imagine two English learners. One is named Mai. She lives in a non-English speaking country. She studies hard, grammar rules, vocabulary lists, textbooks. She memorizes hundreds of words, but still struggles to speak. The second is Luis. He's not very academic, but he watches English shows every day. He listens to music. He games online with native speakers. He doesn't study traditional grammar, but he speaks smoothly, naturally, without fear. Now, most people would look at Luis and say, he's just talented. He has a gift. But what's really happening? Luis isn't more talented. He just lives in an English environment. He hears English daily. He uses it. He feels it. His brain is learning the natural way, by exposure, not by pressure. So here's the truth. Fluency doesn't belong to the talented. It belongs to the immersed. What is environment? Really? Your environment means everything around you that touches your learning experience. It's not just your classroom or your teacher. It's the music you hear, the words you read, the apps on your phone. It's what you speak to yourself. It's what you see and hear every day. Think of your brain like a sponge. It absorbs what it's exposed to. If your brain is surrounded by English every day, it absorbs English. If it's surrounded by your native language, it stays comfortable there. Your environment teaches your brain what's normal. And the more English becomes normal in your life, the faster fluency comes. Why environment beats intelligence? Let's look at another example. Children. All children, everywhere in the world, learn their first language. Even those who struggle in school. Even those who are not geniuses. They learn because their environment is full of that language. They don't study. They listen. They imitate. They repeat. They're not learning through talent. They're learning through immersion. And you can do the same. You can train your brain to accept English as part of its world by surrounding yourself with it. Talent doesn't matter when your environment does the work for you. The power of repetition and exposure. When you hear English words again and again in music, podcasts, TV, Daily conversations. Your brain starts to recognize patterns. You don't have to memorize grammar to understand how it works. You feel it, just like a child knows to say he eats instead of he eat, without needing a grammar rule. Repetition builds instinct, and instinct is the key to fluency. But repetition only happens if your environment provides it. If you hear English once a week, your brain forgets. If you hear it every day, even just 20 minutes, your brain starts to remember. So ask yourself, how much English are you exposing your brain to each day? Why studying alone isn't enough? You might study English hard. You take notes. You do exercises. You memorize words. But after all that effort, you still can't speak naturally. Why? Because studying alone isn't enough. It's like reading about swimming without ever touching water. To truly learn a language, you must experience it. You must live in it. That means hearing English regularly, thinking in English, reading for fun, speaking without fear, making mistakes and learning from them. These things don't happen in a textbook. They happen in your environment. And the good news is you don't need to move to an English-speaking country. You can create this environment yourself. Environment creates motivation. Have you ever tried to stay motivated but failed? It's not because you're lazy. It's because your environment isn't supporting your goal. If you only study in short, boring sessions, if no one around you speaks English, if your apps, media, and habits are all in your native language, then of course you feel disconnected from English. But imagine this instead. You wake up to an English podcast. Your phone is set to English. Your YouTube homepage shows English videos. Your Instagram feed is full of English quotes. You write your to-do list in English. You speak to yourself in English when cooking. Suddenly, English isn't a task. It's part of your life. And that kind of environment keeps you motivated because it feels real, relevant, and fun. Surround yourself, step by step. Let's look at how to start building your English environment. You don't have to do everything at once. Start small and build daily habits. Here are 10 simple changes that create a powerful environment. Change your phone and computer language to English. Follow English-speaking pages on social media. Listen to English podcasts while walking or cleaning. Watch one short English video daily with subtitles if needed. Stick English labels on objects in your home. Write your journal or thoughts in English. Talk to yourself in English during daily routines. Join online speaking groups or language exchange apps. Use flashcards like Anki or Quizlet for fun review. Create an English playlist, music, stories, anything you enjoy. Each of these is small, but together they change your world. You don't need more time, just better use of time. Many people say, I don't have time to learn English. But what they really mean is, I don't have time to study English. Here's the good news. You don't need extra time. You just need to make your existing time work for you. Listen to English while commuting. Read English posts while waiting in line. Speak English in your mind while walking. Use English subtitles when watching Netflix. Think in English while washing dishes. Use your environment to bring English into your routine. No need to carve out extra hours. Just live your life, but do it surrounded by English. The environment is the teacher. In the end, your environment becomes your most powerful teacher. It doesn't need breaks. It doesn't charge money. It doesn't test you or judge you. It just gives 24 hours a day. And what it gives, your brain receives. So if you're surrounded by your native language, that's what your brain learns. But if you build an English world around you, your brain will begin to think, feel, and respond in English. It will take time, but it will happen if your environment supports it. Final thoughts. Your future is in your hands. Forget about talent. Forget about perfect grammar. Forget about comparing yourself to others. Focus on one thing, the world you live in. Even if it's only in your room or on your phone, should be an English world. Because when your environment changes, you change. You don't have to force it. You don't have to beg your brain to remember. You just need to create a world where English is a default. Chapter 2. Turn your phone, media, and world into an English zone. Introduction. Your life is already digital. Think about this. How many hours do you spend on your phone every day? Scrolling through social media, watching YouTube videos, reading messages, searching the internet. For most people, it's 3 to 6 hours a day, or even more. Now imagine if just half of that time, even just 1 hour, was spent inside an English world. Your fluency would grow without you even realizing it. This is the power of turning your digital life into an English zone. In this chapter, we'll show you how to do exactly that, step by step. Step 1. Change your phone language to English. Let's start with something simple, powerful, and free. Go into your phone settings, find language, and switch it to English. Why? Because your phone is your second brain. You use it to navigate your world. You see it every hour. You interact with it constantly. By switching the language, you learn real-life words naturally, like settings, notifications, calendar, weather. You connect English to daily actions, not just lessons. You stop seeing English as foreign. It becomes familiar. At first, it might feel strange. But don't worry. You already know where everything is. Your brain will adjust faster than you think. Step 2. Make social media work for you. Social media is powerful. It's where your attention goes. So why not let it teach you English? Here's what to do. Follow English-speaking creators. Think of your hobbies. Do you like fitness, beauty, science, cooking, gaming? Search for English-speaking YouTubers, TikTokers, and Instagram accounts in those areas. Unfollow or mute native language accounts temporarily. This helps your feed become more English-rich, even if you only follow a few, like save and share English posts. The algorithm will notice and give you more English content. Join English-speaking Facebook groups or Reddit communities. You can learn new phrases, ask questions, and read how natives really talk. Your feed becomes your classroom. But instead of being boring, it's full of topics you love. Step 3. Use YouTube as your personal English tutor. YouTube is one of the best tools for English immersion, and it's free. Here's how to use it effectively. Search for videos based on your interests. Cooking, travel, comedy, technology, but in English. Watch with English subtitles to help you understand. Repeat short videos or scenes. Rewatching helps your brain absorb vocabulary and grammar. Shadow the speaker. Pause and try to copy what they say. Match their tone and rhythm. Create a playlist of your favorite English videos. Watch it regularly. The more you listen, the more English starts to sound natural. And don't worry about understanding everything. Even 50% is enough, because your brain is learning through exposure. Step 4. Customize your apps for English learning. Every app you use can be turned into a language tool. Here's how. Change app language settings to English. Instagram, Facebook, Gmail, Google Maps, all of them. Use a dictionary app with English definitions, like Cambridge or Longman. Use flashcard apps like Anki or Quizlet. Add words for what you see online. Download English language news apps, like BBC News, CNN, or The Guardian. Set your alarms or reminders in English. Instead of wake up, try time to rise and shine. Your digital world becomes an English coach, reminding you, guiding you, teaching you throughout the day. Step 5. Read in English, even for just 5 minutes. Reading is powerful for vocabulary and sentence structure, but you don't need to read big books. Try this. Read short English articles on your phone. Use apps like Pocket, Medium, or English news websites. Follow English quotes or daily word pages on Instagram. Join an email list with daily English tips or words. Make it short and simple. Even 5 minutes a day can help your brain adjust. Reading gives you passive input, and passive input builds active fluency over time. Step 6. Replace your background noise with English. Instead of music in your language or silence, try this. Play English podcasts while doing chores. Watch English vlogs or TV shows in the background. Use ambient English YouTube videos, like relaxing storytelling or slow conversation channels. You don't have to understand everything. Even when you're not paying full attention, your brain is still absorbing patterns. This passive listening is one of the secrets to fast fluency. Your ears are learning, even when your mind is relaxed. Step 7. Speak English to yourself while using technology. Yes, speak out loud, or in your mind. For example, when opening Google, okay, I'm searching for the weather in London. On Instagram, this photo is beautiful. Look at that sky. Typing a message, I need to respond politely. How do I say that in English? Setting an alarm, I'll wake up at 7. Let's go. This habit rewires your brain. Instead of translating from your language, you begin to think in English directly. And once you start thinking in English, speaking becomes much easier. Why this works? You're not just learning words anymore. You're connecting English to your real life, your hobbies, your habits, your routine. This is the same way native speakers learn. When a child learns apple, they're not studying a word list. They're eating an apple, hearing the word, and remembering forever. You're now doing the same. Your phone, your media, your world. They all become part of your English memory system. This is real fluency building. Final words. You already have what you need. You don't need a perfect teacher. You don't need more free time. You don't need to live in the USA or UK. You already have the most powerful learning tool in your pocket, your phone. And now you know how to use it. Turn your phone into an English phone. Turn your feed into an English feed. Turn your life into an English environment. Once you do that, your brain will follow. You won't just study English. You'll live it. And that's the real secret to becoming fluent forever. Chapter 3. Speak English to yourself. Build fluency without fear. Introduction. You don't need anyone else to practice speaking. One of the biggest problems English learners face is this. I have no one to speak with. Maybe your friends don't speak English. Maybe you're too shy to join a class or group. Maybe you live in a place where English isn't used at all. So you wait. You wait for the right person, the right teacher, the right moment. But what if I told you that the best English-speaking partner is with you all the time? That partner is you. In this chapter, you'll learn how to build fluency by talking to yourself in English, out loud or in your mind. It might sound strange at first, but it works. And it's one of the fastest, cheapest, and most powerful ways to improve your speaking. Why speaking to yourself works. Think about how babies learn to speak. They don't just listen. They also talk to themselves. They repeat sounds. They play with words. They talk to toys, to walls, to the air. They're not worried about mistakes. They're just exploring. And that's exactly what you need to do. When you speak English to yourself, you practice thinking in English. Build speaking fluency. Reduce your fear of mistakes. Hear your own pronunciation. Become more confident every single day. You're creating a safe space where you can talk freely, make mistakes, and learn without pressure. How to start? Simple self-talk habits. You don't need special tools. You don't need hours of time. You just need your voice and a little creativity. Here are 5 self-talk habits to start with today. 1. Narrate your day. Describe what you're doing like a story. For example, I'm making breakfast. I need a spoon. I'm cutting an apple. Now I'm opening my laptop. I'll check my email first. I feel tired, but I need to clean the room. You can speak out loud if you're alone, or whisper, or think in your mind. This turns your everyday routine into a fluency workout. 2. Plan out loud. Before starting a task or your day, say your plan. Today, I want to finish my homework, go for a walk, and cook dinner. Okay, step 1, I'll write a list. Step 2, I'll clean the kitchen. This builds sentence fluency and helps your brain organize thoughts in English. 3. Ask and answer yourself. Pretend you're having a conversation. What should I eat today? Maybe noodles or rice. What time is it? It's almost 7. I should get ready. Do I feel tired? A little bit. Maybe I need a break. This is fun and helps you practice real conversational rhythm. 4. Describe what you see. This is great when walking outside, sitting on the bus, or waiting in line. Look around and say, there's a man with a red shirt. That car is really fast. The sky is cloudy today. This helps with vocabulary building and quick thinking. 5. Reflect at the end of the day. Before bed, review your day in English. Today was a good day. I worked hard, ate well, and learned something new. Next time, I'll try to focus more and avoid using my phone too much. This builds fluency while also helping you become more aware of your progress. Tips for successful self-talk. Here are some key points to make your self-talk even more effective. Keep it simple. Use basic words and short sentences at first. Don't worry about mistakes. No one is listening. Just speak. Repeat common phrases. Practice useful expressions again and again. Record yourself sometimes. Play it back to check pronunciation. Make it a habit. Even 5 minutes a day is powerful. You're not trying to be perfect. You're trying to be comfortable. And comfort leads to confidence. What if you're too shy or embarrassed? It's okay. Many people feel silly talking to themselves. Here are a few ideas to help. Use headphones. It will look like you're on a call. No one will know. Talk in a mirror. Pretend you're speaking to someone else. Write what you want to say, then say it. This gives structure. Use your phone's voice recorder. Talk for 30 seconds a day. No pressure. Whisper or think silently. Even mental speaking helps fluency. Over time, the embarrassment will fade and you'll feel proud of your progress. The magic of thinking in English. The real goal of self-talk is this: to start thinking in English. When you think in English, you stop translating. Your words come faster. Your sentences feel smoother. You start to sound more natural. This is a turning point for many learners. The moment they go from student to speaker. Speaking to yourself is the bridge to that level. It's always practice time. The beauty of self-talk is that you can do it anywhere, anytime. In the shower, while walking, before sleeping, while cleaning, when waiting for someone. No need to book a class. No need to wait for a friend. You're always carrying the perfect practice partner, yourself. Final words. Talk your way to fluency. Don't wait for the right time to speak English. Don't wait for someone to talk to you. Start now. Start with yourself. It may feel small. It may feel strange. But this is how real fluency begins, with small conversations in your head and heart. Speak freely. Speak often. Speak without fear. Your voice is your power. Use it, and you will become fluent forever. Chapter 4. Build an English-rich space around you. Your room, notes, and daily objects. Introduction. Make English part of your physical world. You've learned how to change your phone, your media, and your habits to English. Now it's time to look at something even more powerful. Your physical space. Your room. Your desk. Your notebooks. Your walls. Your daily tools. These are not just background objects. They are part of your learning environment. And when you fill this space with English, something amazing happens. English stops feeling like a school subject. It starts feeling like your world. In this chapter, we'll explore how to turn your surroundings into a powerful language learning zone, one that helps you think, see, and speak English every single day. Why your environment shapes your brain. Have you ever walked into a gym and suddenly felt like exercising? Or into a library and felt like reading? That's because your surroundings influence your mindset. The same is true for language. If you see English words around you all the time, if your eyes and brain interact with English naturally, you begin to think in English more often. This is not about more study. It's about more exposure. Let's make your room your personal English classroom, without the pressure. Step 1. Label everything in English. One of the simplest and most fun ways to build an English-rich space is to label your objects. Use sticky notes or index cards. Write the English word and stick it directly on the item. Start with these areas. Kitchen, fridge, microwave, plate, fork, cup, sink. Bedroom, pillow, blanket, window, lamp, door, mirror. Bathroom, toothbrush, towel, shampoo, soap, toilet. Desk or work area. Computer, pen, notebook, chair, charger, mouse. You can also write simple phrases. Turn off the light. Close the door. I am working now. Seeing these every day builds passive learning, and passive learning turns into active fluency. Step 2. Put up English posters or charts. Visual tools are powerful memory aids. Here's how to decorate your space with learning tools. Print a verb tense chart. Present, past, future. Create a vocabulary poster with words you're learning this week. Hang your favorite English quote above your desk. Add a list of common phrases or idioms to your wall. Don't try to memorize everything. Just look at them often. Let your eyes absorb the information, slowly and naturally. Step 3. Keep a visible English journal or notebook. Choose one notebook just for English. Keep it open or on your desk. Every day, write something simple. What you did today. What you plan to do tomorrow. Something you learned. How you feel. Even 2 to 3 sentences a day builds a writing habit. You can also use your notebook for new vocabulary, mistakes you want to fix, notes from podcasts or videos, questions you want to ask someone later. Keep it personal. Keep it fun. This notebook becomes your English companion. Step 4. Create a mini English corner. Pick a small area in your room, a desk, a table, or just a corner, and make it your English zone. Here's what to include. Your English notebook, a small dictionary or vocabulary book, flashcards or sticky notes, a small speaker or phone for English audio, a calendar with English labels, e.g., Monday, July 15th. This area reminds your brain. This is where we grow in English. Even 10 minutes here daily creates a strong habit. Step 5. Use English in your to-do lists and reminders. Are you a planner? If yes, then start writing your to-do list in English. Example, buy groceries. Finish report by 3 p.m. Clean my room. Call mom at 6. You can also use English for shopping lists, phone reminders, calendar notes. These are small changes, but they help you think and plan in English. It's not about being perfect. It's about building the habit. Step 6. Surround yourself with English media objects. What's lying around your room? Books? Magazines? Headphones? A TV? Let's make sure some of these invite you into the English world. Keep an English book on your table. Even if you just read 1 page a day, download podcasts on your phone so they're always ready. Put your English playlist on your speaker and play it while you're doing chores. Display English flashcards near your mirror or kitchen area. Place your favorite English quote near your light switch or door. Make English easy to access so you interact with it without effort. Step 7. Use color and design to make it fun. Learning should feel joyful, not heavy. So make your English zone beautiful and colorful. Use different sticky note colors for nouns, verbs, and adjectives. Draw or doodle next to vocabulary. Add stickers or symbols to your posters. Highlight your favorite phrases with bright pens. When your environment feels inspiring, your motivation rises. You look forward to spending time in your English space. Bonus. Speak aloud in your English room. Once your room is full of English objects, start talking to them. Yes, seriously. Example. Point to your notebook. This is my English journal. Look at your desk. I always study here after dinner. Look in the mirror. Let's practice a short speech. By connecting language to real things in your space, you remember words longer, and your confidence grows without needing anyone else. Why this works so well? Here's the science. Your brain learns best through repetition, visual memory, and connection to real-life meaning. Your English-rich space gives you all of this. Visual input, labels, posters. Daily repetition, you see them every day. Personal connection to your real objects. It's low pressure. It's always available. And it works, even when you don't feel like studying. Fluency grows in the background just by living in your English zone. Final words. You are the architect of your fluency. You don't need to wait for a teacher. You don't need a classroom. You don't even need to leave your house. Your space is your classroom. Your object are your tools. Your habits are your teacher. The more English becomes part of your daily environment, the faster it becomes part of your thinking. So today, take one small step. Add one label. Start one poster. Create one corner. And day by day, you'll build a world where English is not just learned, it's lived. Chapter 5. Make English listening a daily habit. Train your ears, train your mind. Introduction. Listening is the gateway to speaking. If you want to speak fluent English, there's one skill you must train every day. Listening. Before babies speak their first words, they listen for months. They listen to tone, rhythm, pronunciation, and everyday conversations. Their brain starts to understand long before they ever say a word. And it's the same for you. The more English you hear, the more your brain learns. What sounds right, how native speakers express things, which words are used in real situations, how sentences flow in natural conversation. In this chapter, you'll learn how to build a powerful listening habit, one that fits your life, trains your brain, and prepares you to speak confidently. Why listening is so powerful. Think about this. When you learned your first language, did you start with grammar? Of course not. You listened to your parents, to music, to cartoons, to life around you. Your ears were trained first. Your mouth followed later. This is how real fluency develops. In fact, most English learners struggle to speak fluently because they haven't trained their ears enough. If you improve your listening, your speaking, pronunciation, and confidence will naturally improve too. Step 1. Make listening part of your routine. The key is consistency, not perfection. You don't need to listen for hours. Even 15 to 30 minutes a day is enough. The secret is to do it daily, not once in a while. Here are 5 easy times to add English listening. In the morning, while brushing your teeth or eating breakfast. During your commute, walking, driving, or taking the bus. While doing chores, laundry, dishes, cleaning. During workouts or walks. Let English move with your body. Before bed, help your brain absorb language as you relax. Once listening becomes part of your rhythm, your brain gets used to hearing English sounds, and fluency follows faster. Step 2. Choose the right materials. You don't have to understand everything. In fact, it's okay if you only understand 50%. The goal is to let your brain get familiar with the sounds and rhythm of English. Here are some good listening options. Podcasts. The English We Speak, BBC. Short lessons on common phrases. 6-Minute English. Good for intermediate learners. Easy English expressions. Learn real-world phrases. YouTube channels. Speak English with Mr. Steve. English Class 101. Real-life English. Audiobooks. Choose simple novels or nonfiction books. Use apps like Audible or YouTube. TV shows with English subtitles. Friends. The Office. Modern Family. Netflix Learning Mode. Use Language Reactor Chrome extension. Choose what interests you, not just what's educational. If you enjoy it, you'll stick with it longer. Step 3. Use passive and active listening together. There are 2 ways to listen, passively and actively. You need both. Passive listening. Listening while doing other things. No pressure to understand everything. Background English that trains your ears. Great for music, podcasts, TV shows. Active listening. Full attention on what you hear. Stop, repeat, write things down. Use subtitles or transcripts. Great for focused practice. Try this weekly routine. Passive listening every day, 15 to 30 minutes. Active listening 2 to 3 times per week, 10 to 15 focus minutes. Together, these 2 styles will improve your understanding, pronunciation, and vocabulary. Step 4. Listen and repeat shadowing. This is a powerful speaking and listening method. Here's how to do it. Pick a short video or podcast, 1 to 2 minutes long. Listen to 1 sentence. Pause. Try to repeat exactly. Match the speaker's pronunciation and rhythm. Keep going sentence by sentence. This method is called shadowing, and it helps you sound more natural, confident, and fluent. Do it 5 to 10 minutes a day, and you'll see huge results. Step 5. Use subtitles and transcripts wisely. When you listen to English, using subtitles or transcripts can help. Here's the smart way. First, try to listen without subtitles. Then, listen again with subtitles and check your understanding. Finally, repeat or shadow the parts that were hard. If your goal is understanding fast conversations, this method builds listening strength. Bonus tip: use the Language Reactor extension for Chrome on YouTube and Netflix. It shows subtitles in English plus your language and lets you slow down or loop sentences. Step 6. Keep a listening notebook. This is a great habit. Keep a small notebook or digital note app just for new words you hear, cool phrases or slang, things you want to say but didn't understand, pronunciation notes. Write down just 2 to 3 things each day. Review them weekly. Over time, this becomes your personal listening treasure chest, full of useful, real English. Step 7. Stay consistent, not perfect. You don't need to understand 100%. You don't need to do long, difficult sessions. You just need to keep going every day. Some days you'll feel tired. Some days you won't understand much. That's normal. But even on slow days, your brain is working. Think of listening as watering a plant. Each drop matters, even the ones you don't notice right away. Final words: listening builds natural fluency. Listening is not just passive. It's one of the most active and powerful ways to learn English. It trains your ears. It prepares your mouth. It builds confidence. And it connects you to real language. So from today on, listen with purpose. Make English part of your background noise and your focus attention. Play it while living your life. Repeat it when you want to grow faster. Let English enter your ears, and fluency will follow. Chapter 6. Build your thinking in English muscle. The art of mental immersion. Introduction. Fluency begins in the mind. Here's a powerful secret that fluent speakers understand. If you want to speak English fluently, you must learn to think in English. Why? Because every time you try to translate from your native language, you slow down, you feel unsure, you second-guess your grammar. Translation creates a wall between your thoughts and your words. But when you start thinking directly in English, that wall disappears. In this chapter, you'll learn how to train your mind to use English automatically, even when you're alone. We'll explore simple mental habits that rewire your brain for fluency without needing a partner, textbook, or classroom. What it means to think in English. Thinking in English doesn't mean using complicated grammar in your head. It doesn't mean forming perfect sentences. It means using English words to describe your thoughts, asking yourself questions in English, mentally narrating your actions in English, training your brain to default to English before your native language. For example, instead of thinking, "Twa doi twanangi," you think, "I'm hungry, what should I eat?" That's mental immersion. And it's the bridge to natural fluency. Why thinking in English works. Thinking in English gives you 3 powerful benefits. 1. Speed. When your thoughts are in English, your speaking becomes faster and more fluid. No more delays from translation. 2. Confidence. You feel more sure of your words because your brain is used to forming sentences internally. 3. Freedom. You don't need anyone else to practice. Your mind becomes your practice space. 24/7. It's like turning your brain into an English gym. Step 1. Start with simple self-talk in your head. The easiest way to begin thinking in English is by narrating your actions in your mind. Here are examples. I'm brushing my teeth. Now I'm making coffee. What time is it? Almost 8. Today I need to go to the market. These thoughts are short, useful, and repeat often. They build the foundation of English fluency in your brain. Step 2. Replace common native thoughts with English. We all have common mental phrases we say to ourselves. I'm tired. I'm bored. I forgot something. Start replacing those with their English versions. Make a list of 10 to 15 thoughts you use daily in your native language and translate them. Practice saying or thinking them every day. Over time, your brain will switch to English first, automatically. Step 3. Use English for planning and organizing. When planning your day or organizing your thoughts, try doing it in English. Today I'll study for 1 hour, call my friend, and clean my room. First, I'll do the dishes. Then I'll read a book. You can also write your plan in English to support the process. The more you use English for real thinking, the stronger your fluency muscle becomes. Step 4. Ask yourself questions in English. Throughout the day, start asking questions in English. What I want to eat? Where do I put my phone? Should I walk or take the bus? How am I feeling right now? Then answer them silently or out loud. This mental conversation builds fluency without pressure, and it mirrors how real speaking works. Step 5. Describe the world around you. While walking or sitting somewhere, describe what you see in your mind. A man is walking with a dog. The sky is very cloudy today. There are 3 children playing on the road. This builds real vocabulary and helps your brain link words to images, just like native speakers do as kids. Step 6. Think in English when you're emotional. Fluency isn't just about grammar. It's also about emotions. Train yourself to think in English when you feel something strongly. When you're happy, this is amazing. I feel so excited. When you're tired, I need a nap. I can't focus. When you're frustrated, this is hard, but I'll try again. Using English to express feelings helps you speak more naturally, not just academically. Step 7. Use mental movies. Imagine small scenes in your head, like a movie, and play them in English. For example, ordering food at a restaurant, meeting someone new, traveling to another country, telling someone about your day. In each mental movie, speak the lines in English, even silently. This is powerful brain training, and it prepares you for real-life conversations. Step 8. Journal your thoughts in English. If you like writing, use a small notebook or app and write your thoughts in English daily. Even a few sentences about your mood, your goals, or your day helps your brain process emotions and thoughts in English. Written thought leads to internal speech, and internal speech leads to fluent real-world conversation. Mistakes are welcome. Don't try to be perfect. When thinking in English, you might not know the exact word or grammar. That's okay. Guess. Use simple words. Say it the best way you can. Instead of, I'm procrastinating, say, I don't want to do this now. Instead of, I'm overwhelmed, say, I have too many things and I feel tired. The goal is not perfection. It's practice. And every mental sentence builds your fluency muscle. Final words. Think in English. Speak without fear. Thinking in English is not something that happens overnight. It's a skill, like riding a bike or swimming. The more you practice, the easier it becomes. And the reward? You'll speak more smoothly. You'll stop translating. You'll trust your instincts. And English will become not just a language you study, but a voice you live in. So don't wait. Start thinking in English today, right now, with the next thought in your mind. Because fluency doesn't begin with speaking out loud. It begins in silence with thought. Chapter 7. Your English Identity, Becoming the Person Who Speaks Fluently. Introduction. Language is more than words. It's who you are. Have you ever said, I'm not good at English? Or, I'm shy when I speak. What if I told you that fluency doesn't just depend on how much you study, but on who you believe you are? That's right. Your identity shapes your success. If you see yourself as just a learner, you'll always hold back. But if you begin to see yourself as someone who lives in English, everything changes. In this chapter, we'll explore how to build your English-speaking identity and why this inner shift will transform your confidence, habits, and fluency faster than any textbook ever could. The power of identity in language learning. You can memorize vocabulary. You can practice grammar. You can even live in an English-speaking country. But if you still tell yourself, I'm not confident, my English isn't good enough, I'm afraid to speak, then fluency stays far away. Why? Because you're still acting from the identity of someone who doesn't believe they can speak. To change your fluency, you must change how you see yourself. Step 1. Choose your English identity. Imagine this. There's a version of you that speaks English naturally. That joins conversations without fear. That travels, writes, connects in English. Who is that version of you? Maybe they're a global traveler, a confident speaker, a business professional, a YouTuber or teacher, a storyteller or friend. Name that identity. Visualize it, because what you see in your mind, you grow into in reality. Step 2. Use I am statements daily. Affirmations work, not because they're magic, but because they train your brain to see yourself differently. Say these to yourself every day. I am an English speaker. I think and express myself in English. I am confident when I speak. I understand English more each day. I grow with every mistake. Repeat them in front of the mirror. Write them on your wall. Whisper them before you study. It feels small, but it builds your mindset. And mindset drives momentum. Step 3. Act as if you're already fluent. This is one of the most powerful techniques. Act like the version of you who already speaks fluently. Ask yourself, what does that version of me do each day? How do they react when they make a mistake? What content do they watch, read, or listen to? How do they speak to others? How do they speak to themselves? Then start doing those things now. Even if your English isn't perfect yet, the brain follows your actions, and over time, your identity and fluency will match. Step 4. Join communities that support your new identity. Don't try to change alone. Surround yourself with English learning communities online, conversation partners or language exchange friends, social media accounts that motivate you, YouTube creators who speak the way you want to speak. When you feel part of a group, your identity grows stronger. You stop saying, I'm learning English, and start saying, I live in English. That shift changes everything. Step 5. Reward yourself for speaking, not just performing. Too many learners wait to feel proud until they're perfect. That's a trap. Instead, reward yourself for the act of speaking itself. You tried to explain something in English? That's a win. You introduced yourself, even with mistakes? Huge victory. You listened to a podcast and understood 60%? Celebrate that. Why? Because you're building the habits of a fluent person. And consistent habits always beat delayed perfection. Step 6. Let go of your old story. Maybe your old story is, I always freeze when I speak. I've studied for years, but I still can't talk. People laugh when I make mistakes. It's time to release that story. It's not who you are anymore. That was the old you, the student stuck in fear. The new you is bold, curious, and willing to grow, even when it's hard, even when it's messy. Fluency isn't about being flawless. It's about staying forward. Step 7. Track your identity wins. Keep a simple notebook or voice memo log. Every time you join a conversation, watch something fully in English, think in English naturally, speak without fear, laugh at your mistake, and keep going. Write it down, celebrate it, revisit it. Over time, this becomes your proof. I am already becoming the person who speaks English fluently. Step 8. Use visualization before speaking. Before any speaking situation, a class, a message, a voice recording, take 1 minute to visualize success. Close your eyes. Picture yourself speaking clearly. See yourself smiling, relaxed, natural. This primes your brain for performance you want and reduces anxiety. Even Olympic athletes use visualization. You can too. Final words. You're not just learning English. You're becoming a new you. Language is not just about words. It's about identity. Every sentence you say, every mistake you learn from, every word you understand, it's all shaping the English version of you. And that version is already growing, already speaking, already stepping forward. You are not just a learner. You are an English speaker, becoming more fluent every single day. So own your identity, be bold, and let your voice rise. Chapter 8. The Fluent Forever Routine. Daily Habits That Guarantee Progress. Introduction. Fluency is built daily, not all at once. What if I told you that becoming fluent isn't about being talented, or studying for 6 hours every day, or living in an English-speaking country? It's about doing a few small things every day, on purpose, and with joy. In this final chapter, you'll learn how to create your Fluent Forever routine, a set of simple daily habits that fit your life, build your confidence, and grow your English skills automatically. Think of it like brushing your teeth. Just a few minutes a day keeps your language clean, clear, and fresh. Let's build your routine one step at a time. The power of a simple, repeatable routine. The brain loves repetition. Not boring, mindless repetition, but small, meaningful practice done every day. When you create a routine, you don't have to rely on motivation. You don't have to wonder what to do. You just show up and grow. The Fluent Forever routine focuses on 5 core habits: listening, speaking, thinking, reading and writing, reviewing. Let's break each one down. Habit 1, listen to English daily. Goal, 15 to 30 minutes a day. Listen while you do normal things, commuting, walking, cooking. Choose content that's easy enough to follow, interesting to you, repetitive or real world. Examples: English podcasts, YouTube channels, audiobooks, Netflix with English subtitles. Bonus: use shadowing once or twice a week. Repeat what you hear. This builds natural rhythm and confidence. White heavy checkmark tip: have a playlist ready so you never have to search. Habit 2, speak, even to yourself. Goal, 5 to 10 minutes a day. Speak out loud. Whisper. Record yourself. Talk in your head. The key is to use your voice every day. Ideas. Narrate your actions. I'm brushing my teeth. Describe your day out loud. Practice dialogues in the mirror. Talk to your pets or plants in English. Record voice messages or journal entries. White heavy checkmark tip: don't worry about mistakes. Fluency comes from using, not overthinking. Habit 3, think in English. Goal, as often as possible. You think all day, so why not think in English? This is the invisible habit that grows fluency from the inside out. Ideas. Ask yourself questions in English. Mentally plan your day in English. Describe your surroundings silently. Reflect on your mood in English. White heavy checkmark tip: use I am statements daily. I am learning. I am growing. I speak better every day. Habit 4, read and write in English. Goal, 10 to 15 minutes a day. Reading gives you vocabulary. Writing helps you organize thoughts. Start small. Read news headlines or short stories. Write short journal entries. Comment on English social media posts. Text with a language partner. You don't need perfect grammar. You need practice. White heavy checkmark tip: keep a notebook or digital journal. Review it weekly to see your growth. Habit 5, review, but make it fun. Goal, 5 to 10 minutes a day. Reviewing helps your brain remember what you learn, but don't just memorize. Make it fun. Use flashcards, digital apps like Anki or Quizlet. Quiz yourself on yesterday's new words. Review your listening notes. Try to reuse 3 to 5 new words in a sentence. White heavy checkmark tip: review with your voice. Say words and sentences out loud. Build your routine step by step. Don't try to do everything on day 1. Start with a tiny version of your routine. Listen 10 minutes. Speak 2 minutes. Think in English once in the morning. Write 1 to 2 sentences. Review 3 words. Do this for 1 week. Then build from there. Tiny daily habits equals big, lifelong fluency. Sample Fluent Forever routine total 30-45 minutes. Activity time. Listen podcast/video while walking 15 minutes. Speak. Describe your day aloud or record 5 minutes. Think in English while cooking or commuting ongoing. Write a short journal entry 5 to 10 minutes. Review new words with flashcards 5 minutes. You can break this into small pieces across your day. No need to do it all at once. Make it your own. This routine is flexible. Morning person? Practice early. Night owl? Do your routine before bed. Busy day? Just do 10 to 15 minutes. The goal is consistency, not perfection. Fluency isn't a race. It's a relationship, and daily habits build trust with your future self. Motivation tips to stay on track. Use a habit tracker, physical or app, to check off daily goals. Reward yourself after completing your routine. Join online communities for accountability. Revisit your why. Why do you want to speak English? Celebrate small wins. Every sentence is progress. Final words, a routine that builds a new you. This isn't just a study plan. It's a lifestyle shift. You're not doing this to get better at English. You're doing this to become someone who lives in English. You are now a listener, a speaker, a thinker, a writer, a learner who shows up every day. Keep your habits small. Keep your identity strong. And soon you'll look back and say, wow, I really did become fluent forever.